Ben drowned. It started with a simple post online. A guy bought a used copy of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. The game was glitched. Odd sounds, distorted characters, and most famously, a file already saved with the name Ben. As the player progressed, things got worse. The game world glitched. Link burst into flames without explanation, and a creepy statue of Link kept following him. Eventually, the player claimed the game was haunted by a boy named Ben who had drowned. It's widely regarded as one of the most well-crafted creepypastas, but it went far beyond fiction. Players swore they had similar experiences with corrupted save files or cursed games. Whether real or not, Ben drowned blurred the line between story and playable nightmare. Polybius. In the 1980s, an arcade cabinet reportedly appeared in Portland, Oregon, for a short time. It was called Polybius. Players reported memory loss, nightmares, and seizures. Men in black suits were said to collect data from the machines. Then the cabinets vanished. No physical copy ever surfaced. To this day, no one can prove Polybius existed, but the legend continues to thrive in documentaries, games, and YouTube rabbit holes. It tapped into Cold War-era fears, video games as tools of government control. Some believe it was just a cover-up for real psychological experiments. Others think it never existed. Either way, Polybius became the ultimate ghost cabinet. Lavender Town Syndrome. The original Pokemon Red and Green games in Japan had a location called Lavender Town, a ghost-filled town with an eerie soundtrack. According to the legend, this tune caused children to suffer from headaches, anxiety, and in some stories, even commit. The frequencies were supposedly altered in later releases. The legend gained traction due to the creepy music and the idea that a kid's game could contain something so sinister. In truth, no deaths were confirmed, but the myth was so powerful, it forced Nintendo to address it in subtle ways in future games. To this day, players feel a chill the first time they enter Lavender Town. Real or not, it's hard to shake. Herobrine. It began with a single screenshot. Foggy forests, an empty house, and a strange figure with glowing white eyes standing silently in the distance. Herobrine. Not a real character, at least, according to Mojang. But players swore they saw him. Some said he moved blocks behind your back. Others claimed he appeared deep in mines, just out of reach, always watching. Mojang officially denied Herobrine's existence, but cheekily added, removed Herobrine in multiple update logs, fueling the legend further. Herobrine became more than a myth. He became a cultural force, with fan-made mods, horror maps, and entire YouTube channels dedicated to spotting him. San Andreas Ghosts. GTA San Andreas was massive. Forests, deserts, mountains, and towns, and players began noticing things. Some swore they saw Bigfoot wandering the forests. Others found abandoned cabins and heard chainsaws revving. Some claimed they were being stalked by a killer. Leatherface style. Rockstar never confirmed these rumors, but they didn't deny them either. It became a game within the game. Hunt for monsters in the woods. Mods eventually added these legends in for real, blurring the line further. What began as a myth turned into a community obsession. Even without official proof, players reported strange sounds, silhouettes in the distance, and glitches that felt too intentional. Diablos' secret cow level. You must defeat the Cow King. That phrase spread like wildfire among Diablo 2 players. The rumor, if you did a specific series of actions, you could unlock a hidden level filled with killer cows wielding halberds. Blizzard eventually leaned into the joke, creating the level for real. It was full of angry mooing, insane loot, and a Cow King boss. What started as a fake cheat code became one of the most iconic hidden levels in gaming history. Other games later referenced it, making the cow level the ultimate Easter egg born from urban legend. Madden cover curse. Every year, a top NFL player is chosen to be on the cover of EA's Madden game, and every year, something seems to go wrong. Injuries, poor performance, even career-ending events. From Dante Culpepper to Rob Gronkowski, the Madden curse became infamous. Athletes began to dread the cover, some even turned it down. EA laughed it off, but fans started tracking stats, and the pattern was hard to ignore. Whether it's bad luck, superstition, or the weight of expectations, the Madden curse turned a football game into a cautionary tale. Killswitch. This one's more myth than memory. Killswitch was allegedly a game released in the 1980s where you could play as a girl trapped in a coal mine. The catch: once you finished the game, it would delete itself from your computer forever. Only one copy was said to remain, sealed away in a collector's vault. People tried to recreate it, but nothing matched the original. The idea of a game that self-erases, no trophies, no streaming, just your memory, terrified and fascinated players. Whether Killswitch ever existed doesn't matter. It posed a haunting question. What if the best stories are the ones you can never prove? The Nintendo Funeral Disc. This one's barely known. A supposed Famicom Disk System title from the late 1980s. The disc is plain blue. No label, no markings. Just a handwritten #0041 scrawled in faded ink. When inserted into a Famicom with the RAM adapter, the screen doesn't boot to a menu. No title screen, no prompt. Instead, it fades in from black. A pixelated cemetery, just one grave. A young boy, in simple 8-bit overalls, stands still, then kneels, lays flowers on the gravestone. A single tear flickers down his face, just one frame of animation. Behind him, the wind moves the trees, but no leaves fall. The music, a slow, haunting chiptune melody, looped forever. Not sad, not hopeful, just stuck. There are no controls. Pressing buttons does nothing. Some players say the screen fades out after 5 minutes. Others claim it never ends. One rumor says if you reset the console exactly 13 times in a row, a second scene plays. The grave empty. The boy gone. No ROMs have surfaced. No official cartridge lists acknowledge it. Nintendo's archives deny it ever existed, but the story persists, passed from one retro collector to the next. A whispered legend at Japanese flea markets. A forum post that gets deleted after a day. An eBay listing that appears at 3 a.m. is gone by dawn and leaves no record. Some claim it was a tech demo. Others insist it was made by a grieving developer who lost his young son in a car crash. A memorial cartridge. A final goodbye. Maybe it was never meant to be played. Just remembered. But if you ever find that blue disc in a box of old games, think twice before loading it. Some memories weren't meant to be rebooted. Minecraft Disc 11. Most Minecraft music discs are peaceful, melancholic piano pieces or gentle ambient tones that float through the game's blocky landscapes, but Disc 11, it's different. It's broken, literally and figuratively. The label is cracked, the in-game texture looks damaged, and when you play it, there's no music, just noise. It begins with static, grainy, hissing static that fades in like an old, decaying radio transmission. Then breathing. Uneven. Panicked. Breathing. Shuffling footsteps on stone. Something or someone is running. There's a clatter, a cough, more static, then a pause. Then a faint clicking, then unmistakably the sound of flint and steel, as if someone's trying to light a torch, but it won't catch. The sound cuts out. Silence. Then more frantic footsteps, closer this time. Heavy, desperate. Then a final burst of static, and it ends. There's no melody, no rhythm, no resolution. It's like listening to a found footage horror film trapped inside a floppy, pixelated disc. Fans obsessed over it. Some ripped the audio into sound editing software and slowed it down, reversed it, layered it. They said you could hear a growl in the background, a whisper. A faint ticking sound, like a countdown. Some claimed it tied into Minecraft's earliest lore, an ancient builder escaping from something buried deep in the world. Some said it was the first hint of Herobrine, the game's infamous ghost glitch. Others thought it was a warning, a message from Mojang, a forgotten update that was never meant to be discovered. The developers never clarified, not officially. Interviews dodged the topic. Patch notes never acknowledged the disk's presence. It was just there. Buried deep in the game's files, waiting. Some players say if you play Disc 11 at a certain coordinate during a thunderstorm, the weather changes. Lightning strikes twice. A structure appears that wasn't there before. But most just hear the breathing, the running, the silence. Whatever it was meant to be, Easter egg, lost lore, or dev joke, it became something else. A campfire story for the digital age. Horror without a monster. A legend encoded in static. And in a game built from blocks and logic, Disc 11 remains its most broken, most haunting mystery.